PRINCE2 versus PMP or PMP versus PRINCE2. Hi everyone, my name is Shoaib. I am the voice behind all the videos on this YouTube channel, that is youtube.com/pmplounge or the pmplounge.com website if you're watching us from there. So today I am talking about PRINCE2 versus PMP. PRINCE2 is a certification, PMP is also a certification. We are all about PMP, by the way. Which of the two is the better choice? Which one should you take? PMP or PRINCE2? Now let's talk about the basics first. What is PMP? PMP stands for Project Management Professional. So that is the name, that is the full form of the exam, so to speak. PRINCE2 stands for Projects in Controlled Environment. 2 because it's the second version, it's the latest version of the exam, the latest syllabus basically. Just like we have PMBOK 6 coming out and the exam to be updated next year in March, just like that the syllabus updated for Prince. The exam was known as Prince earlier, the certification was known as Prince earlier, it is now known as PRINCE2 because it's the next version of it. So that's about it. Those are the two exams, so to speak. One is PMP, one is PRINCE2. Those are the name of the certification. PRINCE2 actually comes with two variants. So there are two certifications that you can achieve when you're targeting PRINCE2. One is PRINCE2 Foundation and the second is PRINCE2 Practitioner. So PMP has just one certification. You're either a PMP certified or you're not. PRINCE2, you've got two options, PRINCE2 Foundation and PRINCE2 Practitioner. So there are two certifications, there are two exams you need to clear to be able to call PRINCE2 Practitioner. Of course, if you clear the first exam, you will be called the PRINCE2 Foundation certification is what you're going to get. So PMP certification is the backbone of PMP certification. The body that provides the PMP certification is PMI, based in the USA. PMI stands for Project Management Institute. It is based in the United States of America. PRINCE2 is the body that provides the PRINCE2 certification is XLS, and it is based in the United Kingdom. So there you have it. Those are the pretty basics of the difference between PMP and PRINCE2. PMP, one exam, one certification. PRINCE2, two exams, PRINCE2 Foundation and PRINCE2 Practitioner. PMP is provided to you by PMI USA. PRINCE2 is provided to you by XLOS United Kingdom. So that's about the basics of the difference between the two, PMP and PRINCE2. Now let's talk about the differences in terms of the exam and in terms of the certification, in terms of the courseware. Are we comparing apples and oranges here when we say we are comparing PMP and PRINCE2? Are we comparing two very different certifications? Well, sort of, because of course PMP and PRINCE2 are both certifications in project management, but they are two different certifications. They are provided by two different bodies altogether, and there is a lot of difference between the two. So of course, when you say when you compare PMP and PRINCE2, you are definitely comparing apples and oranges. Now I'm not going to dive deep into the methodologies and the frameworks and how PRINCE2 makes use of processes and themes, wherein PMP makes use of process groups and knowledge areas and things like that. I'm not going to dive that deep into it. Of course, if you're watching this video, you are probably making a point of view. You're probably in the process of taking a decision whether you should go for PMP or PRINCE2. So you already do not have much idea about the process groups and knowledge areas and processes and themes and things like that. So I'm not going to dive into that detail of PRINCE2 and PMP. We'll keep it very basic. We'll try to understand the basic differences between the two, and so that you can sort of make a decision of whether you want to go for PMP or you want to go for PRINCE2. So that's that. The first thing to understand here is the fact that the languages that are used in the courseware for PMP as well as PRINCE2 are typically very different. So a sponsor in PMP environment maybe someone, a different individual with a different set of responsibilities. Same sponsor, the name sponsor in Prince2 could be a different individual with different set of activities and might not even be called sponsor, right? So that, the languages that both these certification courseware use are very, very different. So don't think in a situation wherein if you are a Prince2 certified, it will be easier for you to get PMP certified as well, right? Or if you're already a PMP certification holder, it will be easier for you to get Prince2 because you're already, certified project manager. That is not how it works. The languages that both these courseware use, both Prince2 courseware and the PMP courseware, the languages that they use is totally different and is not connected in most of the parts. So being a PMP is not going to help you achieve Prince2. Being a Prince2 is not going to help you achieve PMP. Let's be absolutely clear about that first. Now, prerequisites. If you want to go for PMP, what are the prerequisites? We have made a video on that, and I'll link to that video in the description below, because there are quite a lot of prerequisites that you need to fulfill before you can think of getting yourself a PMP certification. You need to have certain years of experience. You need to have certain contact hours and things like that, which you need to prove when you are going to file up your application for PMP, right? So there are prerequisites for PMP. We've already covered it. I don't want to kind of repeat the entire thing here, so I've just given you a brief idea about it. Prince2, like I said, there are two certifications, right? We are talking about Prince2 Foundation and Prince2 Practitioner. So Prince2 Foundation, there's no experience prerequisite as such. You might be a fresher in the industry, or you might be 10 years experienced already in project management profession. It doesn't really matter. The experience is actually not a prerequisite for Prince2, both Foundation and Practitioner. Training may be required, right? So typically in most of the training schools that you'll see that there's a 2-day training for Prince2, right? Which is typically required before you take up your Prince2 foundation exam. So that's that. A training is required. That is all you need to do after that training is go in and you write that exam, and you're done with Prince2 foundation. Prince2 practitioner, again, a training is required, but then after that all you need is a Prince2 foundation certification, because that is level 1 of Prince2, right? So Prince2 has 2 certifications, has 2 exams. The prerequisite for foundation is nothing, absolutely nothing at all you need is a training. For Prince2 practitioner, if you want to take up that certification, you need to be a Prince2 foundation certificate holder already before you can take up the Prince2 practitioner exam. So that's about the prerequisites of both these exams. Now let's talk about the exam itself. PMP exam will have 200 questions. All right, 200 questions. All of them will be multiple choice questions, objective multiple type questions, multiple choice questions. 200 questions. You'll be given 4 hours to answer those questions. That is how it is. It is computer-based test. In most of the countries and in most of the centers, it is a computer-based test, right? Although I think there is a way you can take up paper-based test if your country doesn't have the exam centers for PMP, right? But I'm not too sure about it. I think there is a way you can take paper-based test for PMP as well. It's the same with Prince2. Most of the training schools will suggest you to go for a paper-based test for Prince2. Prince2 again, PMP 200 questions, 4 hours, multiple choice questions, objective questions, right? Not an open book exam. All right, Prince2, you have got 75 questions. You are given 1 hour to complete those 75 questions. Again, they are objective type questions, multiple choice objective type questions. Like I said, most of the training schools might ask you to take up a paper-based test rather than a computer-based test. But I think both options are available for Prince2 as well, just like PMP. The second level of Prince2, which we talked about, right? Prince2 has foundation and practitioner. So foundation is 75 questions, 60 minutes. Practitioner is an open book exam. Foundation is not an open book exam. Practitioner is an open book exam which is based on scenarios, a lot of scenarios. There are only 9 questions and you are given 2.5 hours to answer those 9 questions. That is the Prince2 practitioner exam. All right, so that's the kind of exams we are talking about here. Let's talk about continuing your certification, right? So CCRS is the system that PMI has to for those who want to continue to be called PMP, because you need to renew your credential every 3 years. You need to report 60 PDUs. What are PDUs? How you can get them? We've already made videos on that, and I'll link to them in the description below so that you can go over and find it for yourself how you can get your PDUs and keep your PMP credential valid. So 60 PDUs every 3 years, that's what you need once you're PMP certified to keep your certification valid. Prince2 Foundation, right? So 2 levels, foundation and practitioner. Prince2 Foundation, you don't have to renew it ever. Once you're Prince2 Foundation certified, you will always be Prince2 Foundation certified for the rest of your life. Prince2 practitioner, you need to take up the exam once again every 3 to 5 years to keep your Prince2 practitioner certification valid. So that's how you renew your Prince2 certification. So those were all the differences between PMP and Prince2. And now the important question: which certification should you go for, PMP or Prince2? Well, I'd like to give you a short answer. My short answer, my personal preference would be PMP. That's a short answer, right? I am both PMP and Prince2 certified. My short answer will be PMP. But it also depends on where you are watching this video from, right? It also depends on where you are located in the world. PMP is highly acclaimed and highly required of sorts in the US and countries around the US, India, China, some countries in the Middle East. They have very high hopes and high standards for PMP. UK, since Excelos is based in UK, the body that provides Prince2. Prince2 has, a lot of demand in UK, right, and some certain countries in the Europe as well. So which certification you should go for, that depends on where you're located in the world. One other thing I'd like to suggest to you, the most practical thing I'd like to suggest to you before you kind of take up your decision on which certification you want to go for: check job portals. Okay, check your local job portals and find out which certification most of the companies in your area are looking for when they post job openings for project manager or other project management related positions. I am based in India. Here, if you check the job portals, you'll realize that most of the companies are looking for PMP certification when they when they post jobs for project manager or project management related positions, right? So PMP, my short answer for anyone who's in India and also in the US, go for PMP. That is what the companies are looking for, right? But if you're somewhere else, like I mentioned, based on where you are based in the world, check your local job portals. Try to find out job openings in project management and even program management, or whichever job title you're eyeing for. Try to search for those job openings in your local job portals and understand and see which certification those openings, those companies are looking for, right? So that's all I can suggest, whether you should go for PMP or Prince2 or not. Like I said, my short answer, I'll be biased here, I could be biased here, is PMP, because from the location I come from, PMP is much higher regarded as compared to Prince2. So that's why for if you're from India, if you're based in India or even in the US, and you're watching this video and trying to kind of look forward to which certification to take, PRINCE2 or PMP, my suggestion would be PMP. But if you're looking for a job in a company that outsources that gets its work from the UK, probably PRINCE2 could be a right certification for you. Okay, so like I said, whatever job you're looking for, check out the local job portals and try to find out what certification these companies are looking for, and then go for it. Right, so that's all I had in this video. Hope you liked it, hope you enjoyed it, hope you learned about PMP and PRINCE2. That is all that I had. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't done so already, youtube.com/PMP Lounge. And check us out on our social media, facebook.com/PMP Lounge and twitter.com/PMP Lounge. And as always, do check out the website pmplounge.com, your #1 free resource for PMP certification and project management industry information. That is all I had. Closing the YouTube live now. Ciao.